Welcome to How to Format Your APA paper. In this tutorial, students will learn how to set up their headings, title page, abstract, main body, and reference page for their APA papers. First, we're going to set up the very basics for our paper. For our APA paper, you need to make sure that you have Times New Roman font, which we already have that, and it needs to be in 12-point font. Also make sure that everything is double spaced. So you'll go to your paragraph launcher, you'll go to line spacing, make sure that double is selected. And then we are going to go to page layout and make sure that our margins are selected for normal, and that's just 1 inch all the way around. Once you have that, we are going to start with our heading. So we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to go to Page Number. You're going to select Top of the Page, and select the first option choice. It should be called Plain Number 1. Make sure that you have the option Different First Page selected. You want the heading for your first page of your APA paper to be different than the rest of your paper, and I'll explain this a little bit more as we go through. So, for your heading on your title page, it's going to say Running Head, colon, and then in all caps, a shortened version of your title. In all caps. Okay? And then I'm going to tab and get our page number on the right side. And I'm going to close the header. Now we're going to go to the View tab, and I'm going to display the rulers. Once you have your rulers displayed, you're going to come here on the side and you're going to see where the 4-inch mark is. That's where you want your cursor to be on your paper, because that's about halfway down the page. This is where you want your title to be. And I clicked in the center of the page. That went ahead and center aligned everything for me. This is where you're going to put the full title of your paper, your first name, middle initial, and your last name, followed by the name of your school. And this takes care of our title page. Now we're going to come down and we are going to work on our abstract. Now here you can notice that the heading is different than the one on our title page. And what you're going to do is you are just going to click on the heading here, and what I did was I went to Page Number, I clicked on top of the page, selected Plain Number 1 again, and then I typed a shortened version of our title again, and then I hit the tab key on the keyboard to get number 2 on the right side of the page. This is how we get a different header on our first page and on our second page and every page after that. If you do not have this box checked, you will not have different headings, and you will probably get some points knocked off for that. So I'm just going to show you the difference here. This says Running Head, this does not. So that's just the difference with the headings. For page 2, you're going to have your abstract. So you need the title here, abstract, you'll type that in. Here I have a sample abstract that I got from Purdue OWL. And that's a really good resource too to help you with your APA papers if you're having problems setting them up. You're going to type about 150 to 250 words. So you do not have to indent this paragraph, and your abstract is just an overview of what your entire paper is going to be discussing. So like I said, do not indent this paragraph. Everything is just aligned all the way on the left. And then on page 3, this is when we finally start typing our actual paper. So here you're going to have whatever your title is for your paper, you'll type that here. and then you'll come down, you'll indent, and you can just do this by hitting the tab key on your keyboard, and then you'll start typing out the main body for your paper. Again, your paper is going to be as long as however long your instructor requires, so that could be 3 pages, it could be 7, it's really up to them. The last thing you'll want to do is you will want to know how to set up your reference page. So we're going to scroll down to the very last page. We're going to have the title here, References. That's what you have to have for an APA paper. I am going to left align. I'm going to make sure that I have under special, I have hanging indent selected, and I have double space selected. Now you'll see here that hanging indent leaves the first line not indented, but every line after has an indent. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just type in a sample reference. So we're going to type in Bernstein A. Just so you will get an idea of what a correct reference should look like for an APA paper. And you need to make sure that they are also in alphabetical order. When you type them. So notice that my first line doesn't have an indent, but the line after it does. This is the correct way to format your references on your reference page for your APA paper. So that takes care of that. And I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, please seek help at your SPCC libraries. Thanks.